In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on November 23, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Creighton versus Arizona. The Creighton Blue Jays and Arizona Wildcats will be trying to win the Maui Jim Maui Invitational Championship when they meet in the tournament final on Wednesday night. The Blue Jays are coming off a 90-87 win over Arkansas as 1.5-point favorites. The Wildcats are coming off an 87-70 win over San Diego State as 2.5-point favorites. Arizona and Creighton split their 2 meetings. They haven't faced each other since 1969. The Creighton Blue Jays are 6-0 this season after they defeated Arkansas by a score of 90-87 on Tuesday. Creighton led this game by a score of 40-34 at halftime and was able to score 50 points in the second half to hang on for the win. Creighton shot 58.5% from the field, was +4 in rebounding margin, and turned the ball over 17 times in the game. The Creighton Blue Jays are averaging 83.6 points per game, 60 points against per game, 41 rebounds per game, and 17 assists per game. Ryan Kalkbrenner has led the Blue Jays this season with 15 points per game, 6.6 rebounds per game, and 0.8 assists per game. Creighton is shooting 51% from the field, 68.1% on free throws, and 36.6% on three-pointers this year. The Arizona Wildcats are 5-0 this season after they defeated San Diego State by a score of 87-70 on Tuesday. Arizona only led this game by 4 points at halftime, but outscored their opponent by a total of 50-37 for the double-digit win. Arizona shot 58.6% from the field, 45% on three-pointers, and was +11 in rebounding margin in the game. The Arizona Wildcats are averaging 104 points per game, 80.8 points against per game, 42.8 rebounds per game, and 23.5 assists per game. Azuolas Tubelis has led the Wildcats this season with 22.5 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, and 2.8 assists per game. Arizona is shooting 62.9% from the field, 74.4% on free throws, and 48% on three-pointers this year. This should be a great game between 2 undefeated teams playing for the Maui Invitational Championship in this game. Arizona has one of the best scoring offenses in the country and failed to score 95 points in only 1 game this year. Creighton only allowed 60 points per game against in their first 5 games, but allowed Arkansas to score 87 on Tuesday. Arizona is shooting a ridiculously good percentage from the field, and I don't think anyone is going to beat them anytime soon. So the Arizona Wildcats to cover the spread is our full game side pick. The Blue Jays are averaging 84 points per game. Even though they like to play at a slow pace, they are facing a team that has struggled defensively, giving up 80.8 points per game, and will hit their average in this game. The Wildcats are averaging 104 points per game. They play at the fastest pace in the country, averaging 83.6 possessions per game. Even though the Blue Jays have played well defensively, they gave up 87 points in their last game against a good offensive team, so expect the Wildcats to score enough points to push the score over the total. These are 2 teams that have had no problems racking up the points up to this point in the year, and even in a tournament title game, I don't think we'll see anything different. I could easily see both teams getting into the high 70s or low 80s in this game at the very least. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Tennessee versus Butler. It's an opening round matchup of the battle for Atlantis when a member of the Big East takes on the Southeastern Conference on the college hardwood down on an island paradise. The Butler Bulldogs are the road team as they take on the number 22 Tennessee Volunteers Wednesday night. Butler cruised to an easy 89-42 home victory over the Citadel in their most recent contest Saturday. Tennessee has been off since rolling over FGCU 81-50 at home last Wednesday in their previous contest. In the all-time series, Butler owns a 3-2 advantage, including a 94-86 home victory in the most recent matchup on December 12, 2015. Butler is 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 Wednesday games and 12-3-1 against the spread in their last 16 games. The under is 3-1 in Butler's last 5 games, and the under is 5-1 in their last 6 games following an against the spread win. Tennessee is 5-2-1 against the spread in their last 8 Wednesday games and 35-15-2 against the spread in their last 52 games following a win of more than 20 points. The under is 6-1 in Tennessee's last 7 Wednesday games, and the under is 5-2 in their last 7 games following an against the spread win. According to KenPom, Tennessee ranks 6th in the nation with a plus 25.19 adjusted efficiency margin this season, while Butler is 86th in the sport with a plus 8.32 rating up to this point. The ability to stop opposing shooters are doing well, as the Volunteers are 29th in the sport with a 36.5 opposing shooting percentage, and the Bulldogs are 113th in the country with a 41.2 opposing shooting percentage up to this point. Butler, who has some impressive offensive numbers but also mustered only 62 points in a 6-point loss to Penn State in their toughest matchup this season, will be put to the test. The Nittany Lions are ranked 32nd in the KenPom rankings, and their 3 wins have come against teams ranked 331st, 313th, and 276th. Butler will now face a Tennessee team ranked 6th in the country by KenPom. The Volunteers are a tough team that has played well defensively so far. Tennessee will shoot the ball better than we've seen so far, and it's difficult to trust Butler after their struggles against Penn State. The Volunteers make life difficult for the Bulldogs, which propels them to the semifinals. So the Tennessee Volunteers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both offenses are pushing the pace throughout the entire game so far this season, as the Volunteers are 137th in the sport with 72.9 possessions per game so far, while the Bulldogs are 166th in the nation with 72.2 possessions per game up to this point. These programs have been able to shoot the 3-ball extremely well throughout the season, as Tennessee is 218th in the sport with a 31.7 3-point percentage, while Butler is 91st in the country with a 36.6 percentage from beyond the arc. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Arkansas versus San Diego State. The Arkansas Razorbacks and San Diego State Aztecs will be playing for 3rd place when they meet in the Maui Jim Maui Invitational on Wednesday night. The Razorbacks are coming off a 90-87 loss to Creighton as 1.5-point underdogs. The Aztecs are coming off an 87-70 loss to Arizona as 2.5-point underdogs. Arkansas won both meetings between the two teams. The last came in 1985. Arkansas comes into this game with a 4-1 record, and they were only a few points from making the championship game. Arkansas scored 87 points against Creighton, but the defense gave up 90 points, and that led to the 3-point defeat. Anthony Black had a big game, finishing with 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Arkansas wants to push the pace, and they are averaging 78 points per game, while their defense is giving up 61 points per game. The defense was playing really well until they faced off against Creighton. Ricky Council IV has been the top player for Arkansas, averaging 18 points while shooting 54.9% from the field. There are 4 different players are averaging at least 10 points per game. On the other side of this matchup is San Diego State, who sits with a 4-1 record, and their first loss came on Tuesday. The defense gave up 87 points to Arizona, and they ended up losing by 17 points. Darian Trammell put up 21 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. San Diego State is averaging 79 points while their defense is giving up 72 points per game. This isn't as good of defense as years past, but this team has some true scores on it. As the season goes on, they are going to lean on offense. Enam Ladie has been the top player for San Diego State, averaging 13.5 points while shooting 51.3% from the field. The Arkansas Razorbacks are the real deal, and taking a quality Creighton team down to the wire last night only solidifies them as a legit contender. However, this is the 3rd game in a row for both teams, and you have to start factoring in fatigue and tired legs. The San Diego State Aztecs and their defensive pressure isn't what you want to face when dealing with heavy legs. Arkansas pretty much played 6 guys last night. I expect the Aztecs to wear down the Razorbacks, so the San Diego State Aztecs to cover the spread is our full game side pick. These are both teams that people think about the defense, but this game is going to be all about the offense. The Razorbacks are averaging 75 points per game. They play at a fast pace, averaging 74.9 possessions per game. They are facing a defense that is giving up 67.8 points per game and will score at least 70 points in this game. The Aztecs are averaging 81 points per game. They also play at a fast pace, averaging 73.5 possessions per game. Even though Arkansas is giving up 54 points per game, the Aztecs will score enough points to push the score past the total. Arkansas is averaging 77.8 points, while San Diego State is averaging 78.8 points. This game is going to be a shootout. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.